Hi, I'm Sandy from Sandy Over 70. Welcome. Last night was Halloween and I went to a Halloween party. Now I'm just wondering how many of you at our age still celebrate Halloween? When I was a kid, I did the trick-or-treat thing. But I can't remember getting dressed up for Halloween as an adult except for maybe twice. And it wasn't until I moved to my continuing care retirement community that I really got into costumes. And I think that's because I didn't have any children to dress up for Halloween or any other occasion. And so I missed that whole thing. And then when I got here and we started having theme nights for Halloween and I started doing my dances with themes, I really got into the costume thing. And I have been having so much fun with it. This was the second year in a row that our community sponsored a Halloween dance. It was so successful last year that they decided to do it again without waiting. They used to alternate it with an Oktoberfest theme, but this year they did both of them. And when the Resident Life Department sponsors a party, it's also a dance because they bring in live musicians. The band was great. Tuxedo Junction plays for us many times during the year, and they're really very versatile. They will play some ballroom music for those of us who do the ballroom dancing, and they will also play rock that anyone can dance to, and we really enjoy them. They also do a wonderful job of decorating, and for Halloween they have these big blow-up figures, all kinds of funny Halloween things, and they move. The table decorations were really unique. They were different from last year because I remember, and this year they had little sparkly ghosts on each table, and we got there early so that I could photograph the room to show you, and the musicians were setting up, but you can see how pretty it looks. They also have a bar set up, and resident volunteers are bartenders, and they provided wine and sodas and water for us. But one of the best things about the party was the food. They had a long buffet table, and at the beginning was this pumpkin with green stuff coming out of its mouth. Oh my, it looked like vomit. It really did. Very creative. Our dietary department really did a great job on that. And then there were little sandwiches and cookies and brownies and just all kinds of food, little wieners and blankets, and delicious. Unlike last year, this year's Halloween party had a theme, and it was a disco theme. So the band really did try to play some music from that era, and they did. And it was evident because the dance floor was crowded most of the time with people dancing like they did in the 70s. And of course, those of us who are ballroom dancers, we still were able to do that because the band knows what we like and played some of that as well. I went online to see what kind of costumes were available for a disco theme, and I kept seeing bell-bottom pants with big flowers, and I just couldn't see myself in that, and I didn't know what I was going to have my husband wear. He's such a good egg about that. I mean, he will wear whatever I ask him to without any complaint. And I thought, I just don't want to wear those bell bottoms, and I don't want to look like everybody else. So when we were in the town I used to live in, which is about an hour away, I went to the costume store that I used to go to. It's a small store, but they really have a lot of nice stuff in there. And they also had a salesperson who was able to help me. I was thinking about getting a tie-dye shirt, and she said no. That was really the 60s. She said what they wore for disco was sparkling, lots of sequins. And I thought, oh, that sounds like fun. So I found a dress that was top to bottom sequins. It was a little short, but not a mini, because most of the dresses that were on Amazon were mini skirts, and I can't get away with that anymore. This one was right above the knee. It also had a belt, but I wasn't too keen on putting the belt on, and the picture showed it around the head, kind of hanging down the side, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. But then I had to find something for my husband, and I had no idea what to put him in that would complement my sequin dress. And this is when the sales clerk really was helpful. She pulled out a sequin jacket, and it was in his size. It was like, oh yes, this is made for him. It fit him perfectly. I mean, garish, yes, but so much fun, and we looked so complimentary. In years past, some people wear costumes, very few. Some people will make an effort by putting something in their hair or just a mask. But this year, there were a lot of really good costumes and creative costumes. The room was filled. I mean, every seat was taken. It was so great to see that many people come out. I live in a CCRC, that's a continuing care retirement community. So we have independent living, we have assisted living, and we have skilled nursing care here. And you might think living in one of these places is boring, but I can assure you it's not, because the independent living people are really active residents, as you can see here, dancing and really having a good time. And it's very comforting to know that if we ever need extra care, it is available right on site, and we don't have to leave and move somewhere else. The resident life staff chose 3 people or couples for Best Costume Prize, and I had one a couple years ago. They're looking for creativity, and I understand they're not going to give it to the same people every year, and they don't, and that's fair. I mean, I thought my costume was pretty good, but I think the people that won were even more creative than I was. So there was one couple in a flowered long maxi gown, and great outfit for the man with wig and mustache and all that. And they really deserved it. The next couple also had a flowered mini dress, and the man was dressed with the wig and everything. And I think the thing that won them the prize especially was that she had on the white disco boots. She said she couldn't dance in them. She had to dance in her bare feet, but they really completed the outfit. And the third was a woman who at first I could not figure out what she was wearing. It was so different. I thought, she's got a girdle on and nothing else. But then my friend said, is she Madonna? And I thought, yeah, that's what she's doing. She is Madonna. Look at it. I mean, if you look at it, it was Madonna, and she won a prize also. They were given big potted chrysanthemum plants. Our waitstaff in our dining room often get into the spirit of things, and most of them had on some kind of Halloween costume. Our wait person was dressed up in this adorable farmer's outfit. I told her the hay in her sleeves and around the top really made the costume. At one point on the dance floor, I noticed someone dancing with a skeleton. It was hilarious. And everybody got up and started taking pictures, and a couple more people grabbed a skeleton and were dancing with it. What a great idea. It was really funny. I thought the staff might not like that, but they were right there taking photographs, laughing their heads off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know what you did on Halloween this year. And if you want to see more of my life here at the CCRC, check out my Living at a Continuing Care Retirement Community. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.